Well, I was in college back in the day, and I did philosophy and sociology because I liked reading and arguing. But then I discovered there's no jobs for reading and arguing, and I'd done some theatre in school and that kind of thing. So I ended up working with the Focus Theatre, Deirdre O'Connell in the Focus Theatre. I was doing stage management. I was doing lights and sound. So I ended up watching an awful lot of theatre. And as I was watching and I'd see 50 performances of a show, I just said, I'm going to try this. So I got up on the stage into the classes and started doing it, and it's been up and downhill ever since. Really, so it has.
Well done on the brakes job, Jerry.
What the fuck are you doing following me?
Look, I'm going to write about it, so you might as well talk to me.
I don't give a bollocks what you write. You know, I've forgotten my manners. You've been to my home. Maybe it's about fucking time I visit yours.
Then I started into I got into television. I did Nighthawks back in the day. I was in Glenroe. My character, Ray O'Driscoll, I killed my brother with a shovel. My last line in Glenroe was, "I think I killed him, Mammy." We moved to Leitrim, and just as I moved to Leitrim, I got a job in Fair City. So I was up and down, up and down, up and down. So I was in Fair City for about 3 or 4 years, which was brilliant.
I am Cunihard, Ealdorman of Kent. I give you my oath.
Vikings Valhalla was the recent. I had a good run in that. That happened during COVID, which was great because there was no work.
And return to your shire and your wife, if she will take you.
I've also done a great TV show on Netflix called Bodkin.
I'm not a superstitious man. But fuck me if I'm not staring at the ghost of a dead fucking badger.
It was quiet for a few years, and so I ended up doing drama clubs for young people, and I do an awful lot of work with young people now. I do about 100 days a year in schools with transition years. We do public speaking, confidence, social skills. Essentially, I say to them, how do you make people listen to you?
Does it still make you purr?
Ben. If you don't remove your hand, I'm going to break those fingers off and shove them up your arse.
If you have to stand in front of a group of people, whether it's an interview or an audience, how do you make people listen to you? So it's a kind of I call it edutainment. I entertain, and they hopefully learn something along the line. So
inform and moving how, express and admirable. In action, how like an angel.
And then I was also in Boston with the young people again. We made a little film. We filmed in 4 hours, edited in 4 hours, wrote in 4 hours, on the streets of Boston, just kind of guerrilla filmmaking. And I just taught them, look for the pictures. It's films. It's faces in places. So get a good face, find an interesting place, and see what happens. And don't ever be afraid to ask. We had them knocking on doors, asking can they film in a church, in a Lexus place. So they learned a lot there. Yeah. So it's been a busy year, really good busy year. So. You need to be working all the time, And then I got to work with this fantastic filmmaker called a guy called Johnny Gogan. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of him. He threw me into a river. He was brave enough, knowing that I don't really swim. And so I did another great thing with Johnny, a lovely a short film called The Curse, which was really good fun. It was kind of like a heist movie. Yeah. I wrote a short film based on a poem by Jerry Boland, and Hilary Bowen Walsh and myself, we produced it, she directed it, we acted in it, and we did it here in the house and down in a neighbour's house in Leitrim, and my wife did all the catering, my boys did all the carrying, and we had a very small crew, 3 or 4 people in the crew, shot over 2 days and edited, and it turned out really nice. It's called A Great Big Whoosh of Love, and we've seen it on the big screen. It looks lovely. And what I tried to do was, I was trying to write a silent film, and I was also trying to write a love letter to my wife, because she puts up with all this crap, in out of work, some work, no money, So she puts up with an awful lot of it and helps me and supports me. So I said, this is the perfect story, for her. And then as we were doing it, I realised actually it's more than that. It's more almost like a love letter to our life in Leitrim. All the people that we know, and all the places we live, and. So it became something even bigger and more personal. So it was an amazing thing to do. And I said to myself, damn it, why didn't I do it 20 years ago?